Dear soul, the heavens have sent me to you today with a message that holds immense importance for your heart. Your soulmate has changed paths, and this shift is not a coincidence. There is a deeper reason behind it, something the angels have witnessed, something that is unfolding in ways you cannot yet see. And that is why you must hear every word of this message, because if you don't, you may unknowingly let something precious slip away. The universe has already set things into motion, and your soulmate's decision may seem unexpected, even confusing. You might feel lost, unsure of what this means for your love story, but listen closely. What appears to be a detour may actually be leading you toward something even greater. There is a divine plan at work, a truth waiting to be revealed, and the angels want to prepare you for what's coming next. Take a moment now. Breathe. Open your heart. This message is for you, and every sign you've been receiving has been leading you to this moment. Have you felt it? The strange synchronicities, the dreams, the thoughts of your soulmate appearing in your mind at unexpected times? That is no accident. The angels have been guiding you here because there is something you must do, something that will change everything. But before I tell you what it is, you need to understand what truly happened when your soulmate changed paths. This revelation will shift your entire perspective, and if you don't hear it, you could be missing the one thing that will finally align your destiny. Stay with me until the end. Everything you've been waiting for is about to be revealed. What if I told you that what seems like distance is actually a hidden alignment? That this shift in your soulmate's path is not meant to separate you, but to prepare you both for something much greater? Right now, you may be feeling uncertain, questioning everything, wondering if the universe is pulling you apart. But that is not the truth. The angels see beyond what your human eyes can perceive, and they are revealing to you now. This is not an ending. You have felt it, haven't you? That strange sensation that something is shifting, that something is different but not entirely lost. You may have even told yourself that this is just your imagination, that maybe you were mistaken about the connection you felt so deeply in your heart. But the angels are here to remind you, what your soul knows is real. The love, the connection, the energy between you and your soulmate, it has not disappeared. It is simply moving in a way that is beyond your understanding right now. Think about this. If you were meant to truly be apart, if this love was not meant to find its way back to you, why would you still feel them? Why would their presence still linger in your mind and heart? Why would you keep seeing signs, hearing their name unexpectedly, feeling an unexplainable pull toward them, even in the quietest moments? The universe does not make mistakes. There is something much greater happening beneath the surface. And if you do not recognize it now, you might allow doubt to cloud what is actually being aligned for you. The angels witnessed this shift. They saw the exact moment when your soulmate made a decision, one that altered the direction of their path. And yes, it may have seemed like they were choosing something else, perhaps even choosing a path that moved away from you. But listen carefully. Sometimes what looks like distance is simply a redirection. Sometimes a soul needs to walk a different road for a while in order to be truly ready to meet you again in the way they were always meant to. This is why you must not fall into the illusion of loss. Do not mistake a pause for an ending. Do not believe, even for a second, that this means your story is over. Because what if I told you that this shift is actually a test of faith? A test to see if you truly believe in what your heart already knows. And that is why you are here now. Because the angels need you to understand something vital. What you do in this moment matters. How you choose to perceive this change will determine the outcome. If you see this as a separation, if you allow fear and doubt to take over, you may unknowingly close the very door that is meant to open for you. But if you trust, if you hold on to the knowing that the universe is always working in your favor, you will allow the energies to align as they are meant to. Your soulmate is not lost. They are moving through their own lessons, their own realizations, just as you are. And soon, something will happen that will bring everything into clarity. But here's the thing. The angels do not want you to wait in suffering. They do not want you to sit in sadness, wondering if your love is slipping through your fingers. No, they want you to rise. They want you to align your energy, to prepare yourself, to become the person you were always meant to be, so that when this alignment happens, you are truly ready. Because make no mistake, your soulmate will feel your energy. They will sense the shift in you, just as you have sensed the shifts in them. And when the moment comes for your paths to cross again, it will not be a coincidence. It will be a divine orchestration. something that was always meant to happen in exactly the way it unfolds. But before that moment arrives, there is something you need to do. The angels have been trying to send you a message, a sign that will show you the next step. And if you ignore it, you may miss a crucial opportunity to align your destiny. Have you been noticing repeating numbers? Strange synchronicities? Dreams that feel more like messages than random images? These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that your soulmate's energy is still connected to yours. And if you have been wondering whether they think of you, whether they still feel the connection, let me assure you, they do. Even if they do not fully understand it yet, their soul is still tied to yours. But here's what most people don't realize. Sometimes the mind needs time to catch up to what the soul already knows. And this is exactly what is happening right now. Your soulmate is being guided through their own realizations. And just as you are here, listening to this message, feeling this deep knowing in your heart, they too are receiving their own signs, their own moments of clarity. The angels are aligning everything, but there is still something missing. And that missing piece is you, what you choose to do next. Because while destiny is powerful, free will is still at play. You are not powerless in this situation. In fact, you have more influence over this connection than you might realize. And that is what the angels want to reveal to you next. What is it that you must do now? What action must you take to ensure that you do not miss this divine alignment? Because there is a moment approaching, a turning point that will shift everything. And when it happens, you must be ready. If you are not, you may not recognize it for what it truly is. So listen closely. What I am about to tell you next could change everything. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel. And if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now let's move on to what matters most. Dear soul, the angels have seen everything. They were there when the shift happened, when your soulmate took a different path, when doubt crept into your heart and made you question if this love was slipping away. But let me tell you something. Nothing has been lost. Everything is still unfolding according to a divine plan. Even if right now it feels like things are moving in the opposite direction, the universe is always watching, always aligning, always setting things into motion in ways we cannot immediately understand. And right now, the angels are revealing something to you. This change in your soulmate's path was never meant to be a separation. It was meant to trigger something deeper, something that had to happen before this love could truly align in the way it was always meant to. Take a moment and think back. When did you first notice the shift? Was it sudden? Did you feel the energy change without warning, as if something invisible had pulled them in another direction? Or was it gradual, a slow fading that left you questioning whether they were still feeling the same way? Whatever the case, one thing is certain. The angels saw it happen. They witnessed the moment your soulmate hesitated, the moment their mind started conflicting with what their soul already knew. But here's what you need to understand. Just because they chose a different path for now, does not mean they have forgotten you. It does not mean they have moved on. No, dear soul, quite the opposite. When a soulmate connection is real, it cannot be broken. The thread that ties your souls together remains, even when it feels like the distance is growing. The angels want you to know this because they do not want you to fall into fear. They do not want you to believe the illusion that love has been lost. Right now, your soulmate is moving through something, an internal process that they may not even fully understand yet. There is a reason they had to take this detour. There is a lesson their soul needs before they can be ready for the love you both are meant to share. And this is where your faith is being tested. Because in moments like these, it is easy to fall into despair, to assume that things are falling apart when, in reality, they are being rearranged in ways that will make sense later. Let me ask you, have you been seeing signs? Have you noticed certain numbers repeating, unexpected reminders of your soulmate appearing when you least expect it? These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that your connection is still alive, still strong, still intertwined in a way that time and distance cannot erase. And here's the truth that the angels want you to remember. Your soulmate feels it too, even if they do not say it, even if they seem distracted, distant, or caught up in their own world. Their soul knows. It always has. But here's the part that most people don't realize. Sometimes, The journey of a soulmate connection isn't about two people always being on the same page at the same time. Sometimes one soul awakens first, sees the truth first, understands the connection first, and the other, they may need more time, more clarity, more experiences to reach the same realization. And that is what is happening now. Your soulmate is going through their own awakening, even if you cannot see it yet. They are processing emotions, questioning things, being guided in ways they may not even recognize. And here's where things get even more important. Because the angels have seen everything, they also know what is coming next. They know the exact moment when things will shift again, when clarity will break through, when the realization will hit in a way that cannot be ignored. This is why you must prepare yourself, because when that moment comes, you need to be ready. You need to be aligned with the highest version of yourself, so that when your paths cross again, it is not in confusion or hesitation, but in certainty. Because yes, your paths will cross again. That is not a question, it is a fact. But how you meet again, the way you reunite, the energy you bring into that moment, that is what matters most. And that is why the angels are guiding you now. They want you to stop focusing on fear and start focusing on preparation. They want you to understand that this moment of distance is not punishment. It is opportunity. It is the space in which you can grow, where you can strengthen your own energy, where you can align yourself so completely that when your soulmate is finally ready, there is no doubt left between you. The angels have been sending you signs to reassure you, to remind you that everything is still connected, but they are also sending you a message about what you must do next. Because if you simply wait, if you stand still in fear, you may miss the window of alignment that is fast approaching, and that is something the angels do not want for you. So listen closely, because what I am about to tell you next could change everything. There is something you must do now, something that will determine how this unfolds. And if you do not hear it, you may miss the key that unlocks everything. Dear soul, I need you to listen carefully now, because what I am about to reveal is something you may not have realized yet. There is a reason why your soulmate made this choice. There is something deeper happening beneath the surface, something that has been shaping the course of your connection without you even knowing it. The angels have witnessed it all, and now they are bringing this truth to you. At first, it may have seemed like they simply walked away, like they chose a different direction without hesitation, but that is not the case. What if I told you that, in their heart, your soulmate never truly left? That even as they moved in a different direction, something within them has been resisting, holding on to a connection they cannot fully explain? Because here's the truth: the soul always knows. Even when the mind is clouded, even when circumstances seem to pull two people apart, the connection remains, and your soulmate has felt it just as strongly as you have, but something inside them made them hesitate. Something made them take another path. And now, the angels want you to understand why. This choice was not made out of rejection. It was made out of fear. Fear of the intensity of this love. Fear of not being enough. Fear of stepping into something so powerful that it would change everything they have ever known. And sometimes, fear can disguise itself as logic. It can make someone believe that taking a different path is the safer option, that avoiding deep emotions is the easier route. Your soulmate has been battling with this internally, even if you have not seen it. They have tried to suppress it, to convince themselves that they are making the right decision by following another road. But deep inside, there is a voice whispering to them, a pull they cannot ignore, a feeling they cannot erase. Think about it. Have you ever felt a connection so strong that no matter how much time passes, it never fades? That even when distance exists, even when words are left unspoken, the energy still lingers? That is because this bond is not ordinary. It is something divine, something guided by forces beyond your understanding. And the same is true for your soulmate. But right now, they are trying to figure out what to do with this feeling. They are struggling between the life they thought they were supposed to have and the life their soul is calling them toward. They are learning, growing, experiencing things that they need to go through before they can be ready. And here is where your role becomes important. Because even though you may feel powerless, you are not. In fact, you have more influence over this situation than you realize. Because your soulmate is energetically connected to you, whether they acknowledge it or not. And what you do now will either help them find their way back or push them further away. This is why the angels are guiding you. They do not want you to fall into sadness or despair. They do not want you to believe that this is the end. Instead, they want you to understand that there is something you must do. Because yes, your soulmate made a choice, but that choice is not final. It is a chapter, not the conclusion. And there is still something that can shift everything. But before I reveal what that is, there is something else you need to know. Because the truth of this connection runs even deeper than you think. And when you understand it, everything will change. Listen closely, because what comes next could determine the future of this love. Dear soul, the universe has not been silent. The signs have been appearing around you, whispering the truth that your heart already knows but your mind sometimes doubts. Have you noticed them? Have you felt those unexplainable moments where something deep inside you stirs, reminding you that this connection has never truly faded? Perhaps you've been seeing repeating numbers, 111, 222, 555, appearing when you least expect it, as if the universe is trying to nudge you toward awareness. Maybe their name keeps showing up in unexpected places, in conversations you weren't even part of, in songs that play at just the right moment. Or perhaps you've felt it in your dreams, where their presence is so vivid, so real, that you wake up with your heart pounding, as if they had just been with you. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. The universe is speaking to you, reassuring you that your connection with your soulmate is still very much alive. And the angels need you to pay attention, because these signs are not just reminders, they are guidance. They are revealing something crucial about what is happening behind the scenes, something that your soul needs to understand. Right now, your soulmate is experiencing this too, whether they acknowledge it or not. They may try to ignore it, to convince themselves that the path they have chosen is the right one, that they are making a logical decision. But deep within, their soul is still intertwined with yours, and the signs are appearing in their life as well. Have you ever felt a sudden wave of emotion, as if they were thinking about you in that exact moment? Have you caught yourself wondering if they still feel the same way, only to have a song, a message, or a sign appear right after, as if answering your thoughts? This is not imagination. This is energy. This is the universe aligning in ways that most people overlook, but that you are being called to notice. The angels want you to understand that these signs are not just meant to comfort you. They are also meant to prepare you, because something is shifting. The energy is changing. The alignment is happening. And soon, something will take place that will bring clarity to everything you have been questioning. But before that happens, there is something you need to do. The angels do not want you to simply wait and wonder. They want you to take action, to align yourself with the divine flow that is bringing this love back into balance. Because if you ignore these signs, if you dismiss them as mere coincidences, you may miss the message they are trying to reveal. The universe is trying to tell you something important. And in the next moment, I will reveal exactly what it is. But you must be ready to receive it, because what comes next could change everything. Dear soul, I know that right now, everything may seem uncertain. The path ahead feels unclear, and you might be questioning whether this love is truly meant for you. But listen closely. The angels are revealing something powerful, something that will change the way you see everything. The uncertainty you are feeling is not a sign that things are falling apart. It is a sign that things are being rearranged in ways you cannot yet see. Your soulmate's decision to take another path was not meant to push you away. It was meant to prepare both of you. It was meant to create the space necessary for transformation, for healing, for alignment. And this is something most people do not understand. Sometimes separation is not a punishment. It is a preparation. You see, love is not just about finding someone and being together instantly. True, divine love requires growth. It requires both souls to be ready, to be in alignment, to have the capacity to receive and nurture the connection. And right now, that is exactly what is happening. Have you ever noticed how the universe works in patterns? How certain things only fall into place when the time is right? That is because divine timing is real. And just because something isn't happening in this moment doesn't mean it won't happen. It simply means that something more is unfolding beneath the surface. Think about the journey that has led you here. Everything you have gone through, every moment of doubt, every lesson, every heartbreak, it has all been shaping you. It has all been preparing you for something greater. And the same is happening for your soulmate. Right now, they are being guided through their own lessons. They are walking their own path, one that is leading them to the same realization that you have already reached, that this love is not ordinary, that this love is meant to be. But they cannot see it yet in the way that you do. And that is why patience, trust, and understanding are so important. The angels have witnessed every moment of your connection, and they know that the uncertainty you feel is testing your faith. But they do not want you to fall into fear. They do not want you to see this as an ending. Instead, they want you to see it as an invitation to grow, to strengthen your own energy, to prepare yourself for what is coming next. Because yes, something is coming. A shift is happening. And sooner than you think, everything will start making sense. The pieces will fall into place, and you will look back at this moment and realize that the uncertainty was never about losing love. It was about refining it. But before that happens, you must be ready. You must align yourself with the energy of trust. You must allow yourself to embrace the unknown, knowing that the unknown is not empty. It is full of possibilities. And here's what the angels want you to know most of all. There is something you must do next. Because what happens from this point forward depends not just on fate, but on your energy, your choices, your willingness to open your heart to what is coming. And in the next moment, I will reveal exactly what that is. But you must be fully present. You must be ready to receive it, because this next step is the most important one of all. Dear soul, now that you understand what has been unfolding, now that you know this separation was never meant to be a true ending, it is time to focus on what truly matters, what you must do next. Because while destiny has its course, your actions, your energy, and your choices play a crucial role in aligning this love with its divine purpose. The angels want you to understand that waiting in fear will not bring your soulmate back. Sitting in sadness, questioning if this love is slipping through your fingers, will only create resistance. But stepping into alignment, raising your vibration, and preparing yourself for the inevitable reunion, this is what will change everything. So listen carefully, because what I am about to tell you is something most people overlook. Your soulmate is energetically connected to you, whether they acknowledge it or not. And the energy you carry, the emotions you hold, and the state of mind you embrace directly influence the way this connection unfolds. If you stay in doubt, in pain, in longing, that energy reaches them. They may not consciously realize it, but they will feel an invisible weight, a pull that creates hesitation instead of clarity. But if you shift your energy, if you step into love, into trust, into certainty, your soulmate will feel that shift as well. They will begin to sense a change, a calling, an undeniable pull back toward you. This is why you must take action now. And this action is not about chasing. It is not about begging, pleading, or desperately trying to pull them back. No, dear soul, that is not how divine love works. Instead, you must become the highest version of yourself. You must step fully into your power. Ask yourself, who do you need to be when your soulmate returns? What kind of energy do you want to radiate when they finally realize what you have always known? The answer to these questions will guide your next steps. The angels are asking you to focus on yourself right now, not out of selfishness, but out of wisdom. Because when you focus on growth, on healing, on stepping into your own purpose, you naturally draw your soulmate closer. You align with the energy that allows this love to flourish in the way it was always meant to. So here is what you must do. First, release fear. Trust that this love is protected, that the universe is working behind the scenes, even when you cannot see it. Every moment of doubt, every thought of despair, only creates unnecessary barriers. Instead, affirm to yourself, I trust in divine timing. I trust that what is meant for me is already finding its way. Second, align your energy. Focus on the things that bring you joy. Engage in activities that raise your vibration. Surround yourself with positivity. The more you embody happiness and fulfillment, the more magnetic your energy becomes, and your soulmate will feel it. Third, listen to the guidance the universe is giving you. The signs will not stop appearing. Pay attention to your intuition, to the messages that come in unexpected ways. They are leading you toward the next steps, showing you where your energy needs to go. And finally, prepare yourself. The moment is coming when your soulmate will start feeling the shift, when something inside them will awaken, when the pull toward you will become undeniable. And when that happens, you must be ready, not just to receive them, but to meet them as the person you were always meant to be. Because make no mistake, your soulmate will return. But how they return, the energy they bring back with them, and the way this love unfolds, depends on what you do now. The angels have given you this message for a reason. They do not want you to sit in waiting. They want you to move forward with confidence, with faith, with certainty. And there is still one last thing they need you to hear. One final truth that will make everything fall into place. Because this journey is not over. It is only just beginning. Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal next will bring everything into focus, and you must be ready. Dear soul, now that you know what must be done, now that the angels have revealed the path you must walk, there is one final truth you need to hear, one that will bring everything into focus, one that will shift your energy forever. This journey was never just about your soulmate. It was always about you, about your growth, about your awakening, about your ability to trust in what you cannot yet see. The angels have been guiding you not only toward love, but toward your own divine purpose. Because true love, real, soul-aligned love, cannot flourish in uncertainty. It cannot thrive in fear. It can only exist when both souls are fully ready to embrace it. And that is why all of this had to happen. That is why your soulmate took another path. That is why the universe is testing your faith. Because this love is not ordinary. It is sacred. And sacred love requires both souls to be fully aligned, to be fully open, to be fully ready. But here is where the final truth comes in. You are not waiting for your soulmate to be ready. You are aligning yourself so that when the time is right, nothing stands in your way. You are not chasing them. You are not longing for something that is out of reach. You are stepping into the energy that will draw them back to you naturally, effortlessly, divinely. Because here's what most people do not realize. Soulmates are not found. They are recognized. They are remembered. They are reunited when the time is right, when both souls have reached the level where they can meet each other as equals, as mirrors, as divine partners. And you are reaching that level now. The work you are doing, the energy you are shifting, the trust you are embracing. This is all preparing you for the moment when everything aligns. The moment when your soulmate realizes what you have always known. And make no mistake, that moment is coming. You will see the signs intensify. You will feel the pull become stronger. You will witness synchronicities that leave no room for doubt. And when that moment arrives, you will not need to question it. You will simply know. But here is what the angels need you to remember. Your energy is the key. The way you move forward now, the way you trust, the way you step into your highest self, that is what determines how this unfolds. That is what ensures that when your soulmate returns, they do so with full clarity, with full understanding, with full readiness to embrace the love that was always meant to be. So, dear soul, take this message and hold it close. Know that you are not alone. The angels are with you, guiding you, whispering to you, showing you the way. And every step you take from this moment forward brings you closer, not just to your soulmate, but to the divine love that was written in the stars for you. Now ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready to receive this love? Are you ready to step into the energy that allows it to manifest? If your answer is yes, then declare it. Speak it into existence. Write it in the comments. Let the universe hear you. Because the moment you claim it, the moment you truly believe it, the universe will respond. And sooner than you think, everything will begin to unfold exactly as it was always meant to. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. Trust, believe, and prepare yourself, because your soulmate is on their way back to you.